Hi, we're Kaylee and Sam, and in May of 2021 we decided to buy ourselves an empty Sprinter van. It's taken us a long time to get here, but please like, subscribe and follow along to see how we turn this empty van into our dream home on wheels. Hi everyone! So today we are starting the first proper building bits of the van. Done all the cleaning, took forever and was horrible, so anyone out there that's about to do a van build, be warned, it is horrible to clean if you get a second hand one. But well worth it in the end.
Yeah, done all the rust prevention as well. So now we're going to start laying the battening down for the floor, and yeah, try and get the floor done over the next few days.
Before we move on, here's a few clips of us cleaning and all of our prep work. So cleaning this van took forever. I think we spent a week cleaning it. That's going down every day after work, spending an hour or so just cleaning. We were scrubbed, we washed, we were covered in all sorts, and it really was not a fun job. I think it took a lot longer than both of us was expecting. Once it was finally clean, we were able to move on to this part, which was just sanding down all of those rusty spots. We got lucky, our van wasn't too bad, but it definitely needed this step. We then moved on to some painting. We got some red oxide paint from Hammerite and just went over all of those spots a couple of times to get them nice and smooth and give them that level of protection that the van needed. This took a little while, because we just probably did more than we needed to, but we wanted to make sure it was completely covered in every spot we could see. Once the red oxide had dried, we then used a couple of coats of metal paint from Hammerite. We just used a white one because we thought, you're not going to see it anyway, so let's get it to blend with the van and have it look clean for the first time. Now that's all done, let's get back to the flooring. Yeah, hopefully it won't take too long. We've got it all laid out down here, so we kind of need to put it around the van and work out where it's going to go. And we're going to do that now. So as I was saying, we're just putting down these like wooden slats across, panels, battering, whatever you want to call them, down. And we're trying to just work out where our unit's going to go. So like our bed is going to go at the back and kitchen units along here, so that we can drill it in and make it a bit safer. Is that what it's for, Sam?
Yeah, so you can bolt stuff to the floor without having to drill into the actual metal.
Yeah, so like these, we're gonna stick them down. We're not gonna use any nails or anything, because we want to avoid sort of putting any nails into the actual bottom of the van. So yeah, we're trying to space them out, and obviously like we're gonna have some plywood that'll go on top after. But these are just to make it all even, and we'll put the insulation in tomorrow. But yeah, Sam's doing all the work now to lay them out while I stand here and watch him do it. So we're just gluing down the wood now. We took a bit of time kind of laying it all out and deciding where we want it all to go, and Sam did all the measuring to make sure it was right. And yeah, we're using some of this, what's it called?
EBT Sikaflex. Yeah,
to stick it down. It's like some super strong adhesive basically, and it's going to hold all the wood down. But it's really hard to squeeze out, so our hands are killing a little bit at the moment.
Honestly, the worst part is these gloves that we got, because they're just the cheapest ones we could find, but they are unbelievably hot and sweaty. So
they look like insane.
It looks overkill, doesn't it? We were warned though that if you get this on your hands, it stays sticky for a long time, so we wanted to avoid that.
Yeah, I don't want sticky hands, but it does look ridiculous, those gloves.
Thank you.
A little bit like a clown, but we'll roll with it.
Yeah. I'll take looking ridiculous over having sticky hands for a week, so.
That's true. Don't need to push that up a little bit.
Yeah. Cool, that one looks good. On to the next one.
So we are about to stick on the sound deadening now. Sam's got it to hand. We were just having a little look to see size-wise what we need, kind of if we're doing a whole piece of these on each one, or if we're going to cut it. And I think we're going to do one whole piece
there
on like the big ones.
Maybe like half a piece there, half a piece there.
Yeah, we're going to give it a go.
About a third, aren't you, of the van?
Yeah, I think so.
See what we can do? Yeah,
so we're going to stick that on now and see how many we got 3 boxes, so we should be fine with the amount we've got. But yeah. It's quite satisfying, the peely bit.
I look forward to doing that a lot of times. Right.
It's heavier than you'd think it'd be as well.
It is, yeah.
Like it has got a bit of weight to it, which I was not expecting, to be honest, because it looks like silver bubble wrap. And I know there's lots of talk as well that like you can use rollers and things to smooth it down, but I think you got hands. You got more control with your hands, so I think it'll be fine. Beautiful. One done.
Yes, one down.
Okay, we're going to do the rest now. So it's a couple of days later now and we're just finishing off the floor. We're losing light a little bit. It's like 8 o'clock now, so we're trying to get it done before tomorrow because the van's got to go to the garage for some wheel changes and some bits and bobs. But I wanted to explain quickly what we've been doing before we put the little clips in. But we have basically been cutting out the plywood tonight, getting around all those little indents and things, making sure it fits snug, especially around the wheel wells. We plan to box those in anyway, but we just want to get it as tight as we can. So what we've done is kind of, you'll see in the clips, it's like a puzzle piece of insulation. So we've done like a sandwich of sound deadening, then insulation, and then the plywood on top. We used 12mm plywood and we bought it in kind of 4 big sheets that we're laying across the van. You'll be able to see it all. So as you can see, it's very dark now, but we are determined to finish this before the van goes to the garage tomorrow. We've got quite a lot to do, haven't we?
Yeah, it's going to be a late night, I think. But
Be worth it.
worth it, definitely.
Yeah, also heads up, this spray glue absolutely stinks.
Not a fan.
Not keen on it at all, but it gets the job done, so.
It'll work, yeah.
It's like super sticky. I mean,
How long's that been?
probably about 30 seconds. It's satisfying once it's in there, isn't it? You good? I'll help. Nice. Did you get it on you?
Yeah, all over me.
Brilliant. We should really be using gloves, but the gloves are in a box that we can't get to, and it's late and we want to get it done.
Yeah.
But we really should be wearing gloves.
Yes, we would not advise not wearing gloves, but I didn't take it off the top of my head.
It's because I'm shorter than you. Hi everyone. So it's a couple of days later now, and we've come to Sam's parents in Harrogate to get some work done, especially on the floor. We wanted to finish it, but it's not looking like it's going to happen because the flooring, like the nice flooring.
Oh yeah. It's going to take a couple of weeks to order it. So just to get the rest of the flooring done and not have the final laying it. We're going to buy some lino, that is we're waiting for.
Yeah, so for now, I'll just show you, we've kind of like put down all of the wood. How do I? Yeah, so we've put down all the wood now. As you can see, like this one hasn't been varnished yet, but the others have. So I think we need one more layer of varnish on it.
Yep.
Yeah, so another layer of varnish on these ones, and then 2 more on this end one here. But we have cut it around the step. We're just debating whether or not to cut the rest off the step now or to leave it. And I think, you said, didn't you, that
we're going to leave it because I don't think we're not 100% sure yet how far the counter is going to come along here. It depends on whether we decide to buy like a pre-built counter or build our own. But if we get a pre-built one, it kind of depends what size it is. So I think we're going to nail it all down now and then just cut it afterwards.
Yeah, so like, as you can see here, like it hangs over at this point here where Sam is, but we don't think it's going to go over that much. But yeah, like Sam said, until we know how long, because the counter's going to kind of go along here, we don't know how long we want it yet, so
Actually around sort of here, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But for now, that's enough to kind of step in and out and be usable, because obviously, like, if I pass it to Sam, you can sort of see there's like a hangover, and that's a very dangerous spot at the moment, because if you step on this bit, it's just
Yeah, it's better now that we've cut this bit out, but
yeah, and we got a good cut on here. Sam did this bit and it's tight, so we're happy with it.
Yeah, looking good.
So yeah, I mean, over here we've got like, we started to nail down, I don't know if you can see, we started to nail down like the wood in these bits, and we've nailed these into the strapping that's underneath that we showed last time. So I think the plan for this week is to like finish nailing down all this wood, and then we've also got our skylight, which I think is it a Heineken MIDI? I think that's what it's called. We'll write it down below because cam over this look, but I think it's something like that. And that's going to go in this kind of like cavity here, so like in between these two bits.
Yeah.
So we need to get on the roof and cut the hole and fit that while we're here. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of everything this week, but hopefully finish nailing down the floor, get the light in, potentially do the divider.
Yeah.
Which is, yeah, so we've decided to block off the cab, so we're going to have a bulkhead shelf that will come across here, and then do a divider all the way down, but with a kind of little door. So,
Just a little door.
Just a little door. So hopefully we'll start that this week as well. But
yeah, make the most of having a bit more space up here than we're used to.
yeah. So up here is like a big driveway and a garage, so we can spread out and. So it's the next day now, and we're taking a bit of a break from the flooring because we want to get the skylight we've got, which is just down here. We want to get that put in while we've got nice weather and the space, and it should be dry all day today. So we're thinking make the most of it and try and get it in. So we are just, I'll show you, marking off on the roof, kind of like the square of where it will be, and we need to do the same up on the roof, so the other side. All right.
Yeah, and then we're going to drill holes from the inside in the kind of corners, and then get jigsaw on top and run the lines. And yeah, it's a bit scary drilling holes in the van, so I've got to get it right. So measuring plenty of times before we start drilling, I think.
Yeah, definitely, because it's terrifying to cut a hole in it.
So yesterday we installed the skylight. It's feeling a lot more bright and airy now in the van, which is nice. We're just currently waterproofing the inside, so like putting a bit more sealant on. We would have filmed it, but we quite hard to sort of carry it and put it in place with just the two of us and filming. We've also got the floor, the nice lino floor, arriving later today, hopefully. It's going to finish varnishing, one more layer of varnish, I think, then we're going to install that as well. So it's going to be a new van, I think, when we're done with all that.
Yeah,
very exciting.
Big step, isn't it? Because we didn't expect this quickly. We were kind of thinking a few more weeks, so the fact that it's come early is super exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, very exciting.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching our first ever video. Feel free to give us a like or subscribe to the channel if you want to continue to follow the van build.